fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go they strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we they fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But you know, as my own oro, I am a you understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. Oh. This close of border no work. Oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. We use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Thomas. Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more. In Anokia, you hear more kind of woo. When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek gods. I don't know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusa. They say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she would dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake,
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
As they are crippling you.
I appreciate everyone that joined on this platform. Please kindly like and share this program. We want to bring you an update on the case of our Prime Minister Ekpa in Finland. We have to show you some things that you need to see This program today is going to be solely on the case of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa Njoku. I want you to pay close attention to the information that are coming. Like and share the program to our platform, share to family and friends, and get this update. Don't watch alone. As you are watching, invite somebody to join us so that we can get this message to where you need to get to. Let us listen and hear what the Biafrans are saying today on the program. Here today is to exchange views and tell the world our story and our version of story. That is why we come every day. So today we have come once again to deal with a very important issue. Yesterday, due to some certain issues, I wasn't able to come online yesterday. And a lot happened yesterday. So, but today we are going to deal with those issues that we are not able to cover yesterday. Today we are going to cover it. One of the most important issues that we are going to talk about today, if you looked at my title there, you're going to see the title of the message of today. It says, Finland human rights abuse exposed to the world as Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku take a stand in Finnish court. Finland human rights abuse exposed to the world as Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku take a stand in Finnish court. You know that our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, yesterday was in court. Just as we have always expected, I announced it even before that yesterday. I said it about 30th, which is the Heroes' Day, that he's going to be in court. So yesterday, the court of our Prime Minister sat. And we saw a short clip that came out from that very sitting. So it's obvious that the Finland have now dished out their wickedness as planned with Nigerian government against the Biafran people. And they are taking Biafra to court. Wherever you are and you're watching this program, I want you to be focused. Do not get distracted. I know that the video that came out yesterday and the pictures were disturbing. And so many Biafrans are already worried. So many Biafrans are already messaging, calling, and saying all manner of things. But I want to tell you, as a Biafran, you must be strong. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with responsibility. And whatever is happening today, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, knew there's a possibility that it can happen. He is not a novice. When we saw our Prime Minister on this very short clip yesterday, it speaks volume. What you have seen seated there is Biafra on the international stage. What you are watching is Biafra on the international stage. And I want to tell you that the circle has completed. The circle has completed. Back home in our land, where our land is under occupation in Nigeria, our Supreme Damasen Nnamdi Kanu is in the forefront, fighting in the court. On the international stage, on the court, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is there, fighting on the court. In Washington, D.C., where decisions are making, the Deputy Prime Minister is there, reaching out and making moves. The circle is completed. The human rights abuse of Finland finally has come to the open. And more are going to be revealed. Our Prime Minister was brought to court yesterday, and the case was officially opened yesterday. What you saw yesterday was the introduction of the case of our Prime Minister, Sam Ekpa. They have introduced the case, charging him for inciting terrorism, incitement, and being part of a terrorist group. That is what they presented yesterday, and also the tax charge. So officially yesterday, the case has been introduced, and we are going to be waiting for the normal hearing and battle that will proceed. During the introduction of the case, the defendant made a lot of moves and things were spoken, just like the case of Mazen Nandekan. The accusation is the same thing. But you see, there is a card that people, the enemies of Biafra, always play. There's a card the enemies of Biafra always play. And somehow they have played that card again and again and again. And Biafrans, we are still falling to that very card. This strategy of divide and conquer has been the strategy the Zoological Republic is using against Biafrans from the time immemorial. They continue to use that very strategy and continue to use it until up to this moment. Divide and conquer. This strategy was drawn. This strategy was first of all drawn by the Israelis. Israelis applied their strategies and draw their strategies for Palestine, and it worked out. Make sure you create so many groups so that they cannot agree and be together to fight in a one front. Once you succeed in creating so many groups, you create a distraction and they cannot focus to fight a just cause. This same strategy was being applied in South Africa during the apartheid. A strategy of divide and conquer. The people were divided among themselves. They push groups, push different opinion and agenda to make sure that there is no single agreement. In the case of Biafra, that has been the only strategy that is holding us back and delaying us. Unfortunately, the British has been able to train Nigeria very well on that divide and conquer. At every given point in time, they make it impossible for you to have one voice. They make it impossible for Biafrans to have one voice. They sacrifice everything sacrificable to see that we don't have one voice, because they know the power we possess when we speak in one voice. They know the power we possess. When I see my Prime Minister in court yesterday, I looked at him and his countenance. I begin to understand a lot of things. If you are not in control of yourself, watching Mazi Simon Ekpa in court, you get emotional and you might begin to think otherwise. But I bet you, if you are genuinely a Biafran, what you are seeing here is bound to happen. But at the end, it will end in glory. They brought charges against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. And after reading their charges against Mazi Simon Ekpa, the prosecutor was demanding for 6 years jail time. The prosecution counsel was demanding for 6 years jail time for terrorism incitement and being a member of terrorist group. And the defendant asked him, the terrorism incitement you are talking about, where was it committed? In Nigeria. With whom did you do your investigation? With Nigeria. And what is the human rights record of Nigeria? What is the security situation of Nigeria now? Those questions spoke volume. And those questions held them ransom in the court. Every one of us knows the security situation of Nigeria. Even before Mazi Simon Ekpa joined IPOB. You see, that is why when I was talking about the case of Mazi, I said these two cases are the same. You cannot, the only people that try to separate these two cases or these two people are mischievous people. And anybody that you see that try to play that game, say, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and I hate Mazi Simon Ekpa, these are those people they used to plant the divide and conquer. When you see them, identify them immediately and stay away from them. For you to be a Biafran, sensible and reasonable Biafran, and somebody will come and create a divisive thought in you, telling you that somehow Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting for a different thing, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for a different thing. Sometimes when they see that word, I just think within myself, do they really think that they think we are not humans? Those who make those statements think that we don't have common sense. Even if you started following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, or you have not followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before, all you need to go is to go to the messages of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his broadcast, listen to his broadcast, and you come back to Mazi Simon Ekpa and listen to his broadcast. They were pursuing one and only single thing. And the same way you see the case going for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria, that is how Finland authority be disgraced. And that was why they pushed in the tax issue. Because when it comes to tax, the tax invasion, when it comes to tax, government can easily hold you on that. Remember, even Donald Trump was held for tax. They say he evaded tax. The same charge was brought against Donald Trump that he evaded tax. But after all said and done and all this and done, they did what they did and they threw it away. So when it comes to tax, that is always the cheapest way they can be able to catch you. Maybe there was a transaction you did that you've just forgotten, or maybe there was a delay somehow, or maybe there was something I've forgotten along the line. They can just, no matter how little it is, they're going to trap you with it. They have not given us the detail of the tax invasion they are charging our Prime Minister, knowing fully well that the terrorism case is not going to hold water. Because before you could be able to talk about the issue of terrorism of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you have to show the active participant of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Nigeria. Mazi Simon Ekpa have not traveled to Nigeria. He was in Finland, educating his people on how to protect themselves and defend themselves from the enemies. We know what is happening in Biafra land. I wish I could be able to share the videos of the atrocities of Nigerian military in Biafra land and Nigerian police. I wish I could share it. You see the brutalization of the people by the police. And so many times families have lost people in the hand of Nigerian police and Nigerian army. So many children have been made orphan. Women have been made widows. Men have been made widowers. And you think that these people will fold their hand and continue to watch you. Whatever is happening in Nigeria is as a result of the terrorist act against the people. And the people are taking action to defend themselves and save their lives. From all the thing that was said in the call, it is very, very clear, even to the deaf and dumb, that the terrorist charges against our prime minister does not hold water. And that is why they are pushing forward the issue of tax invasion. And we are going to be watching to see how Finland is going to face this very madness that they brought upon themselves. The human rights abuse of our Prime Minister Ekpa will not be overlooked. The human rights abuse of Ekpa will not be overlooked. When you look at Ekpa in the court yesterday, there's a very great difference. You're going to see that all is not well. All is not well. This is a man who has been taken away from his son, kept incommunicado, and we cannot be able to ascertain what they are doing to Ekpa. Because when you are dealing with Nigeria, an evil country like Nigeria, anything can happen. They can do anything to take you out. More especially when they see that you have effects, you can make changes. They will do everything to take you out. But I bet you, no matter what they do, we will continue to pray for our Prime Minister. And I know he will not be broken. What they are doing today now is psychological warfare on Mazi Simon Ekpa. Just like they did to Mazi Nandekan. Psychological warfare. And it has just begun. It is not easy to carry the weight of a whole nation on you. It is not easy. The tax Mazi Nandekan and Mazi Simon Ekpa has embarked on is not a small task. They need our prayers. It's not a small task. When Mazi Nandekan talked about the global conspiracy, so many of us do not understand what he meant by global conspiracy. If not global conspiracy, ask me. In the court yesterday, on the court of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the defense team was asking the prosecutor, which terrorist organization are you talking about? The Biafran movement. Biafra movement has been since 1967 to 1970 when they fought the war. And it was a genocidal war, by the way. The defense team was able to explain about the war. And this group have emerged from different section to different section until they got to where they are today. And there is no country in the world that see them as terrorists. And the Finland authority was asked, in their own record, is Biafra group terrorist group? And their prosecutor said no. In all the countries of Europe and America and Asia, is there any place where the Biafra movement is recorded as terrorists? And the answer is no. So where are you getting your terrorist group from? Nigeria, proscribed IPOB. And you did your investigation with Nigeria. And now you're working based on what Nigeria has given you. That is why you are charging him for terrorism. Now the question is, what is the human rights status of Nigeria? What is the human rights status of Nigeria that you can be able to use evidence produced by them to judge a citizen of Finland? What is their human rights record? And the whole court began to turn upside down. The whole court mood began to change. This is just an absolute persecution. And we know from the very first time they have said it, the woman that is representing Nigeria said it, that Ekpa is standing in between their bilateral relationship with Nigeria. And we know what that bilateral relationship is. Recently, we have seen them signing deals. It is about deals. It's about economic interests. The same thing that is happening in every African country. Today, Finland has keyed in the new colonialism to colonize Africa. Finland have keyed in to colonize Africa. And they can take anybody, including their citizen, to bargain for that colonization. But I bet you that marks their end and their failure. That marks the beginning of the end for them. Because our Prime Minister, Ekpa, is innocent, remain innocent, and he will definitely be free and join us. It doesn't matter what they say, what they think on their line of thought, we will not be broken. My major problem is the divide and conquer. Divide and conquer that we have always allowed to take effect. That is the strategy they are using. Divide and conquer. That is the only strategy Nigeria have used. It is not too difficult. They don't change it. They don't change it. They have never changed strategy. It is one. Divide and conquer. Make sure they do not have a central force. Make sure they do not agree. That is the assignment. That was how they fought Mazen Nandekano. During Mazen Nandekano time. Every single idiot today that claimed to be supporting Mazen Nandekano, we are all against him. They called him name, even more than they called Mazen Nandekano. They called him name. When Mazen Nandekano was outside fighting, the World Igbo Congress were not aside, they were not in time with him. The World Igbo Congress, we are not with Mazen Nandekano. They were playing their hanky-panky. They were the source of the delay that made everything that happened. You see many videos where Mazen Nandekano called them out. Is it Ohaneze Ndo Hinandama? Ohaneze Ndo Hinandama. You see, their own is the worst. Even the Ohaneze themselves are not united. They have two factions. Two factions. Divide and conquer. Two factions. Just of recently, they elected some people, and some other people went somewhere. The government went somewhere and elected their own. Election was held in River State and also in Enugu State. One faction for the government and one faction for the Biafran people themselves. The Igbos. And that is how they have mastered this very act of divide and conquer. Never ever allow them to agree. Even while Mazen Nandekano was around, there were still factions. Within the IPOB, there were factions, people who don't agree. When Mazen Nandekano is saying something, they will be saying differently. Remember Uchemefo? Uchemefo was there. When Mazen Nandekano came out, all of a sudden Uchemefo began to preach different things altogether. Uchemefo began to preach against the policies of Mazen Nandekano. They create this division because they know that most of us, more especially the Igbos, they love to be on top. Everybody wants to be, let it be me. Everybody wants it to be himself. Why don't we calm down and allow one person to be there? Everybody cannot be a leader. Everybody can have the leadership quality, but everybody cannot be a leader. there must be followers and leaders. Nobody said you don't have the leadership quality. Everybody might have leadership quality, but at the same time, everybody cannot lead at the same time. Why don't you wait until it gets your turn? Why don't you wait until that opportunity knocks at your door? Why? Why is it so difficult for us to agree? They have capitalized on our disagreement to demonize us and dehumanize us. They capitalize on our disagreement to continue to preach evil against us. They capitalize on our disagreement to continue to push agendas, and it is working for them. They don't have two plans, only one single strategy: divide and conquer. Make sure they do not agree. And this is the same strategy that the West is using in Africa as a whole. Make sure that the Africans do not agree within themselves. How do they do that? By creating unnecessary boundaries that does not exist. Creating boundaries that does not exist. You will come in a family, you walk through the family from the middle, and you create boundary and give part of the family different name and give this family different name. Intentional act. Create a thing that they will never agree. That is why you see a Yoruba man in Benin Republic. It was intentional act. Do you think that a Yoruba man who is in Benin Republic will not fight for the interests of his own people? Or do you think the Beninoans there we admit the person? They always see him as a threat. Take for example, when Sonny Bo was taken to Benin Republic. When Sonny Bo ran there, it was the Yorubas that ran after him, and they were able to secure their brother. They are one people. So even though they are in Benin Republic, their interest covers their brothers in Nigeria. And this becomes conflict of interest. It is conflict of interest because you are a Beninoan person in a country, but your family is Nigeria. How does it work? Divide and conquer. Intentional creation of boundaries that does not exist. They intentionally put those wicked boundaries to create chaos everywhere. And that is what they are doing to us as Biafrans. And we are not paying attention. Even at this difficult time, go and see platforms. Yesterday, there were some platforms who were jubilating. Seeing Mazen, someone Ekpa in court was a thing of joy for them. They are happy. They are happy. And everything they were saying in their platform was negative, celebrative. And you think it's about Mazen Simon Ekpa. You are a fool. If you think that Mazen Simon Ekpa is standing for himself on that court, you are a fool. You are seeing Biafra on international stage. And the person that is there for you, on your behalf. If he's not there tomorrow, it might be you. That is one thing you don't know. If not that he's there. If you were to be in that situation, maybe Chukwu Okigabia might choose you and you become the person. But we never reason in that form. Instead, you testify against your own brother. You bring false evidence and accusations against your brother. You produce information that does not exist against your brother. And one of the people that are bringing testimonies are people who have testified falsely in the past. People that have a very bad record. But yet, because of the global conspiracy, their testimony is still considered. And because of their testimony, our Prime Minister was arrested and today is in court. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not be demoralized. Remain focused. You see this battle, it is going to end in joy. One thing you should know that we are at the peak in all angles. We are the peak. Mazen Nandekano is in the forefront in Nigeria, fighting, and we are seeing the result. On international court, Mazen Simon Ekpa is there, standing for Biafra. In Washington, D.C., where decisions are made, Dr. Ngozi Orabozie is there, doing what she has to do. And the circle is complete. All we need to do is every hand must be on deck. Stop your jealousy, envy, and your evil thought. We cannot all be leaders. There must be somebody leading and others we follow. Even if all of us have leadership quality, we cannot lead at the same time. One person must lead, others we follow. The earlier you begin to understand that, the better for you. Because this very game is what they have played again and again and again and again. There is no difficult strategy they use against us as Biafrans. Divide and conquer. Divide them. Make sure they do not agree. I bet you if we can speak in one voice as Biafrans, even Igbo Biafrans alone, if Igbo Biafrans alone can speak in a loud voice, in one voice, because they have the majority, if they can stand and speak in one voice the way they are supposed to, things will change. You just wake up and you see that things have changed. But what do you see? You see some idiots and clowns scattered all over social media. Go to their conventional media. The people they use to push their evil propaganda and agenda and lies are Biafrans. People like you and I. When you see some of them speak in conventional media, you share tears. I'm going to play one of the videos today from VOP. That idiot they call Anosike. I'm going to play that idiot. That I don't know how to mention. I don't know what to call that guy, that man. A stammerer that doesn't even know how to talk. So you go and learn how to speak first of all. Go and train yourself and know how to speak before you come out to begin to lie and talk rubbish against your people. Each time I listen to that idiot, I don't know, that is, my anger becomes uncontrollable. This is an idiot that claims he's a Biafran. He even claimed that he has worked with Wazirike as a secretary for Wazirike. But when he opens his mouth to talk, you begin to wonder where his brain is. And these are the kind of people that they use to divide us. Make sure they do not agree. Make sure they do not agree. I'm going to play the video of that clown so that you people can see the kind of people they use to push lies against us. Master Simon Ekpa is completely innocent. And at the end of the day, the human rights abuse of Finland will be exposed to the whole world. It will be exposed to the whole world. That is why they drag in tax. They drag in tax into it to use that tax to see that they can keep you. And they were demanding for 6 years jail time already, even when the case have not kicked off. Yesterday was just introduction. In the next sitting, then the battle will start. But already, even the introduction made by the defense turned the court upside down yesterday. Just like the case of Mazen Nandekano, which he won on the trial before trial, trial within trial. We will be watching. But I urge every Biafran, do not shake. Do not be demoralized. Don't allow anybody to bully you. Don't allow anybody to make you feel weak. Do not allow. And I love that yesterday, Biafrans celebrate the Heroes Day yesterday. The Heroes Day celebration yesterday, Remembrance yesterday was amazing. Against all odds, Biafra land was shut down with all their propaganda, including that idiot Anosike was talking rubbish. But yesterday, we have videos to confirm that yesterday Rio was shut down. Biafrans did what they had to do. And we will continue without going back. It is sad. But here we, a new phase have opened from yesterday. A new phase have opened. And wherever you are as a Biafran, never give up. Don't allow anybody to bully you to acceptance of slavery. Don't. You're welcome, my beloved brother Greg and my sister Ojugo. Bro Greg, take the mic and speak to us if you're there. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Maz, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Like my greetings to my sister Ojugo. Good afternoon or good morning. I don't know where you are residing. My greetings to all the Biafrans and
Morning, sir.
the men on the comment section. We thank God yesterday for our Remembrance Day. We thank God for the inauguration of the Biafran head office in DC. We thank God yesterday for the life of our PM that we saw, and we thank God for the life of Mazen Nandikano. The month of May has become a very important, especially this 2025 year. It's a very, very big year that none Biafran will forget. The month of May 2025 that Mazen Nandikano is fighting in Nigerian court. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the PM, is fighting in Finland court, just for the sake of the freedom of Biafrans. The Bible says, "For God so loved the world, He gave His only Son, for Him to come and die to set the mankind free." Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. The parents died. The friends died for the sake of Biafra. He is in prison for getting to 6 years for the sake of Biafra. Simon Ekman is suffering at the same time, being in prison in Finland for the sake of Biafra, for the love he has for his own land, for the pain they are going through, for the suffering of every citizens of Biafra people, for all the atrocities that the Nigerian government opened door for evil to be happening in Biafra land. And when these men started campaigning against it, because what the Nigerian government and the Fulanis did with the British was to plant evil in our land. The land of the Biafra, the land of the Igbo, are the land that never accommodate anything evil. The Biafra land, especially the Igbo land, never accommodate evil. But today, the evil is thriving in Igbo land and Biafra land, because with that evil, the enemy will have opportunity to come in. And today, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa raise up and say, no, genuinely get up and to fight for that injustice, to fight for that evil, to fight for those who came in our land, dividing us, causing hunger, causing kidnapping, causing frustration, insecurity, causing disharmony in families, backwardness is everything in business, in education, causing everything that is called evil and bad in our land, for them to use it to triple in. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa said, no, they will not be alive to see it happen. The same people is using our people again to fight Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, fight that Mazen Simon Ekpa, so that the same evil will continue, so that they will have the opportunity. When you go back to the 2 weeks before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, and then he listened carefully with all the whole broadcast he made, And all that he said that will happen within that 2 weeks, not knowing that they will pick him. As a spiritual person, he knows that within that time to that 2 weeks, there's something that is going to happen that Biafrans must be careful of and be alert at that particular point. He made that broadcast. The same thing happened when Simon Ekpa, before 2 weeks, he called the people, he called his cabinet that is joining him to fight for the freedom and right of his people. He called them together just as Christ called his disciples and gave them advice. And he said that it is only one law that is living for you, that thou shalt love one another as he, Christ, loved you. Simon Ekpa called his cabinet and table a case about her COS, and asked them each and every one question. Why do you hate her? I want peace in this cabinet. I don't want to strike any of you from this point, but I want you to respect this woman. I want you to bring honor. I want you to bring respect and peace in this cabinet, so that the next stage we are moving, we will not have any single problem. That was the plan, as if he knew what is coming for him. And today, what is happening? Everybody is aware. Because even before Christ was betrayed, he said, one of you will betray me. One of you, among you 12, one will sell me. But woe unto that person, is better that he was not born. And the whole warnings was there. And at the end, he gave them peace talk and love to carry on. And see that enemy, that very Judas, hardened his heart. That evil man hardened his heart, because he did not come in the first place to do the will of God. He came to accomplish his master's assignment. That is what happened between Simon Ekpa and his cabinet before he was picked up. So, the Biafrans supposed to advise themselves. The Biafrans today is supposed to know. The question I asked my people here a week today we had a meeting is, why do you spend your time as Mr. Choose spend all his time every day he's on broadcast? You go to meetings, you contribute your money, you spend your time, you talk, and at the end of the day, you don't know why you are doing those things. At the end of the day, you are not sure of what you are coming up to do. At the end of the day, you have no patience and to make sure that what you are suffering will come to actualize. At the end of the day, you walk against that very thing that you said you believe. Then why do you spend your time and your energy and your money and coming out in the name that you are fighting for Biafra? Does it make sense? That you spend the money that you're supposed to use, even though if you are too much rich, then you can give it to the charity, the homeless. If you don't know the reason why you are contributing money, if you don't know the why you are joining every meeting, if you don't know why you are coming out to make broadcasts, If you don't know the reason why you're sleeping and having nightmares because of freedom, then why are you spending your time in doing those things? Since he doesn't want to follow the rules for that, what you are suffering for will actually come. Instead, you go and continue destroying it with your hand, out of wickedness and jealous, out of impatience and not tolerating your brother or your sister. So it's a pity. But I thank God that we saw our PM yesterday alive. I am not happy that he did not look joyful as he normally is. But I thank God that he is still alive and he is standing, he is fit to stand that trial, which will come at the end victorious to him and to the Biafrans. So yesterday, when I saw him, I encouraged myself and I said, I am not surprised that Finland did what they did. What is surprising me is the Biafrans who are helping them to actualize what they want to do. Finland is basing their investigation from Nigeria. Who are the Nigerians? The same Biafran Simon Ekpa is dying for. The same Biafran Simon Ekpa will make 100 broadcasts without even not eating. Even when he is sick, he will get up and make broadcasts to create awareness of what his people is going through in Biafra land. The same Simon Ekpa call all the Biafrans from east, west, and south when they take noise in Namdekan. Let us not divide ourselves. Even when we don't agree, let us pretend as everything is okay so that we can achieve and win the enemies. The so-called DOS refused. They call him Wakbuda, nobody. They refuse to do that. They are the people who joined the Nigerian government and work against Simon Ekpa. They are the people who turn around and tell you that Simon Ekpa is working with the governors and the Nigerian government. Why? That is what they were doing. And when they will say those evil things against Simon Ekpa, at the end of the day, they will come and confess and contradict themselves. The same, they will still come and tell you that they are working with the government. This was the agreement with the government, and the same government will still come and confirm that they are working together. But they will turn up and tell the public, Simon Ekpa is working for Nigerian government. Don't listen to him. And that is what they are doing. And the same thing is still happening again in this time of Simon Ekpa. Now, they are ranting Dr. Ngozi is working for Nigerian government. Somebody who stands before the whole world and pronounce a word and stand for the thing that Nigerian government would not want to hear in any form, that Biafra is redeclared. And this woman take it upon her and say, we must do it. Those who fought against it are the people who are telling you today that Dr. Ngozi is working with the governors. Why? That is what they are doing. They accuse you of everything, every single thing they are doing. They accuse it to that person who is innocent. Oh, my people, it is time has come. My word is going now to our cabinet, this present cabinet. When you go home, you on your set and you look at the face of Simon Ekpa. Look at his face and you ask yourself a question. Look at his face and you ask yourself, what have I done in this, since this time I started working with Simon Ekpa? Look at his face and you ask yourself question, is there any way I contributed in him being in that place? Ask yourself question, is there any way I contributed to make sure that he is free from that place? Am I contributing genuinely? Or am I just being a kind of hypocrite? That is the question I want to ask every single Biafra present cabinet. And which advice and help am I giving to Dr. Ngozi Arabeze today? In which area am I helping Dr. Ngozi Arabeze? Am I giving her genuine advice? Am I standing for Dr. Ngozi Arabeze that what happened to Mazi Simon Ekpa will not happen to her? Am I helping her that to make sure that what we are fighting, that we achieve it? Am I helping her to make sure that she walk, that she will not fail? That is the question I want every present cabinet now to start asking themselves. Because it's not just that Simon Ekpa is standing trial in Finland, even though when we all of us know 100% that he did nothing, and Nankan did nothing. Before Simon Ekpa entered Biafra struggle, Nigerian government have pronounced terrorists on IPOB. So Simon Ekpa did not commit any terrorist, neither did Nankan commit any terrorist. Even Nigerian government are the one who have been committing all those evil, and they turn around. The government that people said protest, and the same government to go and hire a group to counter the terror, the protest, and start fighting those who are protesting. Where had that kind of thing happen in the whole world? Only in Nigeria. And when anything happens, they will go and counter those protests and start doing evil. And they will use military and police to go and start shooting on innocent people. Only just to have an excuse to destroy their people. The same thing is what they are accusing Simon Ekpa. Why? They know very well they did all those things. Since Simon Ekpa entered this, and since he started fighting for the freedom, every people that have arrested all this while, that they want them to confess that Simon Ekpa sent them, all of them have turned and say Simon Ekpa never sent them. Instead, they started accusing those people that working against Simon Ekpa. And the same people are the ones writing petition against Simon Ekpa. And Finland is taking it to charge Simon Ekpa as a terrorist. So my brother and my sisters, we should start asking ourselves questions. Do we really want this freedom? If we really want freedom, what will make you to spend your time to come out only to work against your brother? And today you are telling Simon, Simon Ekpa, I like Nandekana, I don't like Simon Ekpa. I like Simon Ekpa, I don't like Nandekana. Then you are a hypocrite. So what I am trying to say today is, at the end, victory must definitely come. So we thank God. Yesterday, as we see our PM, heaven will strengthen him. God will direct his team, and God will speak for them. At the end of the day, the victory will come. Anywhere they have Goliath, there is always a David that will bring the head of the Goliath down. That is my submission for this time. Thank you, Maz, and we continue.
Thank you. I appreciate you for your contribution. Let's hear from my beloved sister, Ojugo. My sister Ojugo, take the mic.
Good morning, Chiefs. And good morning, my brother Craig, and all Biafrans. Wherever you are, I say good morning. Um, yeah, my brother Craig, in fact, touched it all, summarized it all, and everything, everything, and with the reference in the Bible, so that we know that whatever that is happening today has happened before and will continue to happen. Nnamdi Kanu is not the first to be in such situation. Simon Ekpa is not the first to be in such situation, and they will not be the last. If Jesus, the one Christians believe, that is God, the whole God, and he was betrayed. They threw stone at him where he came to save his people, and stones were thrown at him by the same people that he came to save, and we believe he's God. And there is something common about these great prophets, these great leaders, that they're not just physically there, spiritually they are there. Jesus saw what he's going to embark on. He foresaw that. In reference to that, even when they were all eating, he called them together, the apostles to eat together, and he was advising them. Did Nnamdi Kanu not do that? He did. He did. Did Simon Ekpa not do that? He did. So that shows these people, they're not acting on their flesh. Like one of the prophets in Nigeria said, when you are possessed, that these people are possessed, that, you know, there's something that Nigerian people believe. They believe in somebody is possessed of a bad spirit and need deliverance. And that person, some people will say they don't even know when they're doing that. So these people are possessed with the spirit of Biafra. When Solomon said 50 men are in me, or 1,000 men, something like that, we think that it was a joke. 50,
Say he's 50 men. Now Mazi Nnamdi should go and look for the rest 50.
the rest 50. You think it was a joke? We pray and we say, those who died during the war of Biafra war, those who continue to die, they should not rest. They should fight our enemy. Where do you think they are? They possess our people. They possess those who are alive. But what gives you spirit? What gives you strength? Don't you have other things to go do? You do. But
Yes.
what gives you strength? Where do you think that those spirits are? They possess the people that are sincerely, because their spirit, they look in the heart. It's not mouth, physical. They touch the heart and they go there to dwell. And you can imagine when he opened his mouth and said, 50 in me. So I didn't shake. I was happy yesterday. I was really happy because Nnamdi Kanu, man, is a very remarkable month for the people of Biafra, as it is for people of United States of Nigeria, the United States of America, because May, they mark May 26th, every May, they remember, it's a Memorial Day. We'll call it Memorial Day. It's a federal holiday, everybody, when they remember the fallen heroes, the military. It's a federal holiday. This year, we did it May 26th. So, and now, how big and how mighty the United States of Biafra is. So many things happening the same time. May 30th, May 30th, that Njoku declared Biafra, and there was war. May 30th. If I'm not getting it right, please just correct me.
Oh, go ahead.
May 30th. May 30th appear after how many months? Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And the whole world channel there, the whole social media channel there. May 30th, the first ever Biafra embassy was opened in Washington, D.C. The same May 30th, my dear, Biafra land was shut down. I called my siblings. I called those in the village. America said countryside. I called those in the town. As there was going on, they say, they shut down, not be small one. No. Those are on it.
Some idiots are still in their station denying it. Mad people everywhere.
Those I called my siblings. Those are the only area that, my sister that lives in Porako said they are not sure what is going on. Some are saying that they are just afraid, but some people are moving. But I got it that they are now feeling it, like they got it. Now, there is that sense that something like this happened. It's getting them. But outside that, I called my sibling Enugu. He said, the whole Enugu is shut down. I called my uncle at Owerri. He said, don't know if there is any single car outside. My whole family live at Onitsha. Two of my nieces that are in school somewhere, they said they asked them that there will be no school on Friday. So, anybody saying that, my brother, had one of the places I don't know, is everywhere was shut down. Total shut down. So did that tell us something? Did that tell the federal government of Nigeria something? Why don't they drive come inside the Biafra land? Why didn't they from Lagos come into Biafra land? Why didn't their governors open their secretariat? It's telling the federal government that we all believe in Biafra, no matter what these politicians are doing. Soludo that is jumping around. I was asking my brothers at on it, are you hearing about Soludo anything? Did they come on? He said, come do it. That the whole place is shut down. So it's a signal that the people who place. It's a signal that Biafra want their freedom. I don't know. I hope the whole world are saying it. Those who brought out Simon Ekpa, those who brought out Nnamdi Kanu.
Someone ever instigated the sit at home. Yesterday, everywhere was locked down.
Yesterday Simon was not there, but the whole Biafra land shut down.
More people everywhere.
They say even Asaba area. So you see, it's getting there. I didn't get much information data very well because they said around Hell Bridge, to entering Asaba area, that place is all shut down. So, let's see Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for what? Biafra. From Progress the Analyst, I saw that Nnamdi Kanu's son came out in UK with the list. I don't know if it's the list of those who has passed away that he was mentioning. But what were they doing? What was the protest in UK? Biafra. I didn't hear them saying something different. They were holding Biafra flag. They were wearing. I saw that, and I was like, "Let me listen to what they're saying." And they were talking about we must get Biafra. And when I listened to Dr. Ngozi Orabreze and what they were doing at Washington, D.C. with Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu stood in the court of Nigeria and said, I am serving my people. I'm standing for Biafra. Simon Ekpa was staring down. If you read that face, I don't want to analyze what I saw on that face. I'm going to keep it private. But what brought him out? Have you seen Simon in the court? Standing for any trial? But what brought him out is what? Biafra. Yeah, in the court. Because I've after there's a jury, the prosecutor is going to bring out, the summary of what they're, persecuting him for, and then what they are seeking. And what they're seeking is 6 years in case if he find guilty. So that's okay. That's normal process. And the defendant will give reasons and what are they defending for him to be free. They committed no crime. So we're looking. It just started. It just started. Now we're going to be hearing more. So I'm not shaking. This is a man that left everything, his luxury life. Nnamdi Kanu the same. Ojukwu the same. Can we not see the similarity in all these guys? Look at Dr. Ngozi Orabreze, who should be in the AC, in his office, in her house, enjoying her, relaxing. People walking under her. And you watch the distance that they walk from where they are to where they're walking a long distance. Everybody. And I saw the woman, I think, with a walker. Everybody's for Biafra. So if you are saying something contrary, please go lay down, ask yourself a question. And if you listen to in your phone, some people will bring out what happened in the court yesterday. and they, I don't know if they don't know how to click their phone to translate it, and then they are playing it in the what do you call it, the Finland language for who to understand. All this foolishness, I don't even understand it. And if you look at that thing they were saying, one of the things they mentioned there, the organization, it belongs to this organization. Even in the social media, they call them terrorists. In the social media, for those who think that social media is a place where they come and do jamboree, for those who will come and be calling a Biafrans terrorist, you are one of those who threw stone to Jesus Christ. You are one of those who cajole Jesus Christ. You are one of those who are cajoling Simon Ekpa. If you open your mouth and call anybody that is Biafra a terrorist, the persecutors are going to use all this information. That is why when Chika, Mary, Ike, is using those words, me now, I have determined, I've made a discovery now. I found a fast number for YouTube. I'm going to write, I'm just saying it here so that everybody, I'm going to write about her and send it to YouTube because she needs to stop. We need to put stop to others. It's endangering the life of our people. It's still endangering the life of our people. And any other person is then using that word terrorist. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial for. That is the same thing Simon Ekpa is standing to. And then somebody will open mouth and be calling any other person a terrorist. What are we doing? We need to take this thing to, if you don't know what to do with your platform, please close it down. Stop implicating things. And we do things, we don't even know the seriousness of it. We don't know the seriousness of it. When a human being will come out on a social media and say, this is a social media war, you tell me, I tell you. In a social media that you cannot erase. Your children will grow up tomorrow, and then once they put your name, they will see all negativity from the parents. And you think that is a joke. And you think it's a joke. Those who are happy, Simon Ekpa is standing for you. You're just being jealous. I know in your heart, you know the truth. That you wish it were you that is coming out being popular. You accept the truth. But you can't do it. You're not gifted that way. The spirit did not possess you. Tell yourself that the spirit of Biafra did not possess you because the spirit looks inside the heart. Not coming out on the social media to do blah, 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 blah. No. The heart. So, please, do not contradict things more. Do not help Nigerian government more by what you do on the social media. That is part of the places that the persecutor has gotten some of their evidence from the social media. And Chikike Mary did not know when her phone was even hijacked. It has happened before, according to her, and she thought it was a family. And now it happened the second time. Do not be Judas. Do not be one of those that are throwing stone on Simon, pretending that you love him so much. What Ojukwu stood for is what Nnamdi Kanu is standing for, and it's what Simon Ekpa is standing for, and it's what Dr. Ngozi Oraveze is standing for. And we'll come back. So those that are still waiting for Nnamdi Kanu, while we're already opening things, please let's come together. We're fighting the same thing, to be free. We just want to be free. We just want our life to be spared. Otherwise, all of us will perish. All of us. All of us. It will affect us in one way or the other. We all came, if you're Biafra, you all came from one place or the other, from Biafra land. And we will all perish. Our family will be perished. So please examine your conscience. Examine your conscience. Very, very important. Retrieve your step. I'll leave it at this.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you so much for that wonderful contribution you just made. You have spoken well, and the word is enough for the wise. Anyone that is out there, you call yourself a genuine Biafran, you have to mind what you do and what you say. Just as I said before, the Janjaweed have only but one strategy. Only but one. Divide and conquer. Make sure they do not unite and speak in one voice. That is the only strategy they have, now and again. And they have been applying it again and again, and it's working for them. They have been applying it. Fortunately, it's working, and there are always people who are willing to play this role. And that will bring me to the video I'm about to play. I want us to pay attention to this video. It's from one of their conventional media in the zoo. One of the idiots that the only work he has in that very place is to speak against his own people. A man that is filled with lie, envy, jealousy, greed. And that is why he's dried up the way he is. Let us listen and hear what that clown has to say. Let's pay attention to this.
With Mr. Noseke, take a look at the situation. Given the rising influence of the exile-based movement like the Ekpa's group, how should Nigeria and the international community...
And for the records, they are talking about government in exile. This is what will make you to understand. When you see evil people, you will always know. They are talking about government in exile, and they know very well that we have moved away from that. We are now in the United States of Biafra. They know why we went for Finland. This very studio themselves, they spoke about our journey to Finland, our declaration of Biafra. They spoke about our DPM, and they spoke about Simon Ekpa. It's not as if they don't know, but I believe Abuja have called them to focus on those who are playing their role. That divide and conquer. They have succeeded in creating a division, and that is how they do. They will always create a parallel organization to checkmate the real one. Nigerian government are very, very professional in doing that. They will create a parallel organization to tackle the one that is original, that is working. They did it in exiles. They did it to Wichibo, when there is the good governance protest. They did it to Ohaneze Ndibo. They did it to even Pandef. They did it to every group. They will create a parallel one to make sure they create that chaos. The next language they will use, they say hijack. A common language, how you identify it. The next thing, after creating that, they come and tell you, oh, the organization have been hijacked. The union have been hijacked. The protests have been hijacked. The group have been hijacked. When you see people using that language, beware, beware, beware. These are group of deceivers.
Bro,
they are reporting what? Yeah.
You remember during when Simon was there, they were not talking about Simon. They say Simon hijack.
Hijack, exactly.
Perfect. Then they will always put out what the unseen what's the name of that DOS
Emma Powerless.
Emma Powerless. They will say Emma Powerless is said because they know Emma Powerless is with Nigeria. They dance in their tune.
Exactly.
Yes. It was Emma Powerless said. It was Emma Powerless said. Simon hijacked it. Now Simon is not there now. It's a big now they are not hearing about this people.
That's how let's hear. You will see where he's going. The question he's going to the angle he's going now. Where this is nonsense talk is going. He's reporting what to bring in. You know, let him just finish talking before I now make my comment.
He's a leftist talking about Ojo Charles. He's a deputy coordinator of those civil society organization. He's a political commentator and a public affairs analyst. I don't know whether he's with us, but eventually when he joins in, our producers will let us know. Okay, let me start off with Mr. Nosike. Take a look at the situation. Given the rising influence of the exile-based movement like the Ekpa's group, how should Nigeria and the international community respond to non-state actors inciting domestic unrest from abroad?
Well, for me, I'm not seeing any rising influence. I've not seen any rising influence. Simon Ekpa is nobody in the southeast. Simon Ekpa has his own Biafra on the social media. When people who are talking about Biafra come south, I'm sure that Simon Ekpa will not be anywhere to be found. So there's nothing like a rising influence. And the person that we know that is fighting for self-determination is Nnamdi Kanu.
You see, when idiots like this talk, you would think they have something to offer or they are coming from somewhere. But when the time progresses, you begin to see who they are. This is a clown who said he worked with Wazirike. He was a member of Mossad before. And when you see him say, when the people who are talking about Biafra comes, that Simon will be nowhere to be found. Ask this idiot, who are the people that we talk about Biafra he's referring to?
Failure. These are failures. The failure.
I'm not meeting myself. I want to meet you.
This kind of people, no matter how useless they are, these are the people they bring to their media to speak. These are the kind of people that Finland go and listen to. And they will come and begin to tell you that IPOB is a terrorist organization.
Failures who are filled with anger and hatred.
Anger, envy, jealousy.
They are failures. They failed with Wazirike. They failed.
How can Wazirike succeed with this kind of a human being as his secretary or whatever he call himself? How can he?
And currently, he is being persecuted by the Nigerian state. Simon Ekpa committed that's an act of terrorism, and he's going to court to answer for it. Because as long as I know, all his statements, all his utterances confirms to the word terrorism. Because of responsibility to the murder of policemen, of the murder of soldiers, those are what terrorists. So for me, Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. And it is only criminal elements in the southeast that are identifying with him. It's only criminal elements in the southeast that are identifying with him. He has confessed that what he is doing is a skating.
You see this idiot. You see how they lie.
Did the idiot, did this Mogun, or I don't know what to qualify this idiot, did he know? Did he see? where this military were wearing a chain of ammunition, chain of what do you call it? Ammunition, doing like shooting the whole village down.
In a family house, a residential house, firing the whole village.
Nice machine gun, nice terrorism.
With the machine gun, shooting the whole village, shooting the whole market, putting
Those
fire
are the
on
people
the
you see
market.
is calling soldiers.
Did this human being? See, that's why, please, I can help him with his stammer, to get a better therapy so that he can come out and talk better like a human being. Look at him like a chimpanzee.
You see, the reason I always use this man as an example, these are the kind of people, there are many like him. These are the people. Okay, this is one of the people who spoke against Mazen Nandekano, called Mazen Nandekano a terrorist, contributed money, wrote petition to bring Mazen Nandekano back to Nigeria. But today, when you see them, you see he telling that Mazen Nandekano is the one fighting for self-determination.
How?
And when he was talking about Biafra, he didn't even mention Mazen Nandekano among the people who he said when the people who will talk about Biafra talk, where will Mazen Nandekano be? And now he's describing Mazen Nandekano. He said Mazen Nandekano is the one he knows fighting for self-determination.
No,
but I want
in his widest dream.
Hear him when he will call Mazen Nandekano a fraudster. This idiot.
In his widest dream,
this man is a complete.
Will bring us to Biafra. The
man is a complete. He's a complete dependent. He's not well.
A sick man. I don't know why these people always bring him. I don't know what. Let's hear him.
That he's a content creator.
You see this? When did the man say Simon Ekpa tell them that he's a content creator? Where did he say that? I don't know where they get this language from. That man said Simon Ekpa denied being part of Biafra movement. That he denied everything about Biafra. Even when he's in court today, the way he was addressed, go and read the write-up on their own site, in the Finland site. You will see what he wrote and how they called him and what he mentioned.
Did they not tell you?
He denied and he claimed to be a content creator.
Did they not tell you in Nigeria that Sam Nnakan denied that he is a Biafra leader? They told you that Nnakan denied. So it's this idiot. I don't think this foolish man have gone beyond Lagos.
He doesn't have airtime to go and watch movie or go and make research. Yeah? You don't even have airtime to make research in your phone. I'm not sure this idiot has smartphone, because if he has smartphone, he will not come on the national TV and be talking this trash. Something that doesn't exist. And he'll be speaking with his strong man, boldly saying it.
So a real soldier doesn't deny what he's doing. A real soldier doesn't deny his people. Understand? Using the Greek philosopher Socrates said that as an example. When he was thrown into prison, and the prison superintendent called him, said, "Come, I will help you to escape." Socrates said, "No. If I escaped, it means I'm not convinced in what I am. If I'm convinced, if I escape, it means I'm a coward. That he will stay in the prison and face the penalty, which is a death sentence." So Socrates was in prison until they brought a hemlock to him, and he drank it and died. That's how heroes die. That's how great people die. Great people don't begin to change their statements. You were shouting Biafra yesterday. You were calling yourself the Prime Minister that's of Biafra in diaspora, and today you say no, that what all you are doing is content creation.
Imagine this idiot. Where did he get this information from? From where? Even as at yesterday, Mazi Simon Ekpa was in court, he was still addressed as the Prime Minister of Biafra. So if you go to their side, you will see how he was written there. It's in his platform. If you Google his name, go and Google his name. That is what we are going to see there. How can this clown always come and be yapping this rubbish? And I can't just understand.
For me, that's an act of cowardice. And I have been saying it over and over that what he's doing is duping people. What Simon Ekpa is doing is defrauding people, using a Biafran struggle to make money, which is the exact thing that Asare Dokobo, Ateke Tom, and Tompono did, using all the problems of Niger Delta to become millionaires and billionaires, which is wrong.
Again, these people, they will hear this one. He will not go free. They will look for him.
You see the kind of people he's comparing. You are comparing these people with Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nandekano, people that have built a stand for themselves. They have pedigree. They have a job. They have studied abroad. They made a name. The level Mazi Simon Ekpa have attained is the prayer point of so many people today.
My brother, choose. Before you live in the Western world and join the politics and even have recognized in that country, in this Western world, you are somebody.
And this man is comparing him to somebody who is in the bush.
Which many Finland citizens. Many Finland citizens.
Without carrying gun in the Niger Delta. Who is the Kuba? I take out or whatever. Who knows him? What is his? We waiting be his name. Apart from being a militant.
That's why I tell you, this man
who left everything he has and now come to fight for this idiot. This idiot that is wearing glass. Somebody is fighting for a clown like this, and they will be the people that be in the forefront to come and speak against you.
If you look at the man, you will know that man. That's why I tell you, this man have not crossed Lagos before. Because if Simon Ekpa is making billions on himself, there will be evidence to see it. In Europe, is not where you make money and there's money be coming to your account and people will not, you will not answer for it.
That's why it was Rickenfeld.
You know, it's
very wrong. So,
the man is an idiot.
When they surround themselves with bunch of idiots.
Bunch of clowns. What do you expect?
Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, and he is going to court to face the law.
All right, we understand that Dr. Eric Thomas and, of course, the other virtual guest talking about the leftist, Ojo Charles, who's the deputy coordinator of those civil society. I want to start with Dr. Eric Thomas. Welcome to the issues.
Yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Eric.
Good evening.
All right. Okay, before I go over to the man from Edo State, let me take it up with you, Dr. Eric. Taking a look at this situation, is the 2-day lockdown a legitimate act of civil disobedience or a strategic manipulation that endangers civilian livelihoods and security in the Southeast?
You see, in this question of 2-day lockdown, we never announced any lockdown. The United States of Biafra government never talk about any 2 days lockdown. The only lockdown we have is on the day of the Heroes' Day. There was never any lockdown called for Mazi Simon Ekpa appearance on court. Mazi Simon Ekpa court is in Finland. His court is going on in Finland. The United States of Biafra government never called for any seat at home for 2 days. Only on the 30th, 29th, was never ever a seat at home. But you see, they decide to choose that one that will suit their own idea. That is how you know people who are working for the government. They decide to choose them. Look at the one they picked. They know that the legitimate one never talked about it. Mazi Simon Ekpa court is in Finland. How can any normal person say that you are holding a seat at home in Biafra land when Mazi Simon Ekpa is there, over there in Finland? The seat at home that was called was for the Heroes' Day only. But look at how they diverted it, just to suit their evil agenda.
I've always said it. In fact, maybe before I start talking, you would have probably known my answer. But let me say it for the often time and for the benefit of those who have not been listening to me about this, who have not been opportune to hear me talk about all these IPOB, Ekpa, and the Kano or stuff like that. Let me say now, any struggle, you are fighting for, it's a fraud, it's criminal. If you have the love of people to the extent that you are fighting for them and you claim you can lay down your life for them, why do you kill them? Why do you inconvenience them? Why do you force them against their will?
This is their life. They say Biafrans are killing Biafra. That Mazi Nandekano is killing Biafra. Mazi Sam is killing Biafra. Where? Every evidence have pointed on the people that are committing atrocities in Biafra land. Everyone know them. And we know how freedom are fought all over the world in the cause of freedom fighting. Freedom doesn't come cheap. There must be sacrifice for freedom. There is nothing that is happening in our struggle today that is not done in other places. Even when Martin Luther King was pursuing the freedom of the blacks in America, people lost their life in the cause, in the hand of the authorities.
These are a bunch of idiots that are stuck at Lagos that never go home.
You just imagine. People lost their life. When Gandhi was fighting there, over there, for India, people lost their life. South Africa, when Mandela was fighting, do you know how many people lost their life? Are you going to say that Mandela killed them? Will you say Martin Luther King took the life of people he took that died during that time? Or will you not say Gandhi took the life of people that died that time?
What makes them to come under the terrorists or the same Gandhi? They were called terrorists.
Just imagine this. Just imagine the line of thought of idiots.
Just have a situation where it has to be organic. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Eric.
Okay, fine. A situation where it's organic. Let people follow you. You don't force people. And let me tell you, or tell us, I know from my experience.
Ask this man, where have you seen the Biafran leaders forcing people to follow them? Mazi Nandekano was only on the media broadcasting and speaking the truth, telling people what they should do. The same thing Mazi Simon Ekpa did. Did Mazi Simon Ekpa put a knife on anybody's neck and say you must follow him or you must obey him? Instead, what he was doing was to support the opinion of the people, just like in the seat at home. It wasn't Mazi Simon. It was not Mazi Simon that put it at home. It is the Department of Sabotua that puts it at home, and the Biafran people keyed into it or by their own self. Mazi Simon Ekpa supported the will of the people. But when they talk about these issues, forcing, who is forcing who? People who doesn't know the story of what happened, people who are watching from other countries might think that what they are saying is true. A lie from the pit of hell.
In this world, no matter how noble your actions, acts, thoughts will be, not everybody will support you. Not everybody. Some might not even support you just because of envy. Some because they are already evil and they don't want anything that's going to be put aright because they benefit from confusion. Then some, which will be majority, will not support you. Are fighting for the people, Biafra. They want every kick and hurry to support them compulsorily, and that I say no. So I don't see anything reasonable about civil disobedience, blah blah blah, all those sort of things. No, I have always said it that people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, they fought for our independence, which is even higher than what we are doing now here.
You see people that he like.
Without lifting a finger in arms. They use the pen and the brain. But
you see the clown, look at his head, look at his bald head. You see the country that Nnamdi Azikiwe gave you, how it is today. The country that Nnamdi Azikiwe, Amadou Bello, and who else? Awolowo gave you.
What? My question is, what made Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe to go to prison when he was fighting for freedom? Did he not go to prison?
Imagine this, you know, these people, once they come to media,
useless man. Talking what he don't know, they put doctor for him. Everybody's a doctor.
I can't just understand these people. I can't just understand this kind of individuals. Look at the country those people he mentioned his name gave him today. A country that's terrorists are in charge. A country, since that time up to today, they don't have light. They don't have road. They are still campaigning with road and light up to today in Nigeria. That's a country that is you are not even ashamed to mention the name of the people who handed you over to slavery. Those are the people you prefer. And that is why we say Nigeria will never ever be good, because the citizens are even the worst. The citizens are the worst. I don't know the kind of mindset they have.
when you see all these people doing what they are doing, no way. It's in their own selfish interest. Own interest, and the interest is selfishness. So that's all I can say there. They don't have to force any
risk of fragmentation between these two groups, because now it looks like one is on the part of
What is Breji?
yes, it's Biafra movement in exile. Yes,
I don't know what is Breji.
okay,
Breji is a concussion from the social
media. Okay,
Understand me?
okay.
Breji
From
was
Ekpa's group. Let's now put it as Ekpa's group.
Breji. Breji is a name that they are using to defraud people. Now understand me? Breji is a name that they used to defraud their people. So it doesn't say that someone ever told you that he's a content creator.
So it's more like a content.
But for me, he's a criminal. Someone ever say, look, most of these people don't know how this issue started.
Listen,
they don't know how these issues started. And they're assuming that at their time, I have given you the real history of all these things. When Mossab was being formed in 1999, in 1998-1999, at Okota, Christian Wachuku Street, I was there.
You see,
1998-1999, I was among those that was telling Owazurike, remove this word sovereign. Remove this word sovereign, because it's going to cause a problem. Owazurike said no, that the stronger the worse, the better. That it was in Christian Wachuku's house in Okota that this argument was going on. Understand? Owazurike used to call me his SA media. Understand me? He was telling me now that I'm with him, when Biafra materializes, that I'll be Minister of Information. That it is the people around him that are going to be given positions. Understand? So, but he said I should buy my membership card, I should buy my identity. I told him, Chief, I did not pay to become a Nigerian. Therefore, I cannot pay to become a Biafran. Because as a journalist,
you know what story?
I'm looking for strong stories to sell my paper. Understand me? So that is why I was going to see him. That was why I was going to see him.
You see a saboteur. The only reason
he was sabotaging. Yes,
You see?
A very big confession.
You see this kind of a person. A complete saboteur.
Complete.
This story was Ricky.
Complete saboteur.
You see the confession that he was a journalist. And the only
Very,
reason he joined him was
very
not
big confession.
he went to join him because he's a journalist to get information that he's going to
Yes.
publish. Did you see the confession?
Complete sabo.
A big one.
Criminal.
Imagine.
The man was a complete sabo against Wazirike.
There are many people like this, even in this our government today. You see the confession from this idiot. You see the confession that his purpose of going there was not for Biafra. He is a journalist.
No, he was only going there to get the information for him as a journalist.
God forbid.
Was going on. Understand? Owazruke used to call me his SA media. Understand me? He was telling me now that I'm with him, when Biafra materializes, that I'll be Minister of Information. That it is the people around him that are going to be given positions. Understand? So, but he said I should buy my membership card, I should buy my identity. I told him, Chief, I did not pay to become a Nigerian. Therefore, I cannot pay to become a Biafran.
Because those ID cards cannot pay them with money. Idiot.
I'm looking for strong stories to sell my paper.
Oh.
Understand me? So that is why I was going to see him.
You see?
That was why I was going to see Mfenda. That was why. That's how I started Mdokobo. I take a turn, and others become my friends as a journalist.
You say Wazirike is alive.
That's what I'm saying. I'm happy that Wazirike is still alive to hear this man talk.
You can imagine.
How?
You can imagine what our people are facing. You can imagine.
Oh Christ! And which network is bringing this man for interview, for crying out loud?
You can imagine. A complete saboteur.
Because strong stories sell paper. And these people, then there's one other guy, National Publicity Secretary of a John National Congress, Eva.
Joseph Eva.
Joseph Eva. These are my very good friends because Joseph Eva calls Obasanjo all kinds of names. Understand? If you interview Joseph Eva, you need to dilute what he's saying. Understand me? Yes. So these people become my friends, not that I believe in what they are doing, but because I need a strong materials to put on the front page of the newspaper. I was in the newspaper at that time. And the Femi Adesina, who was the editor then, would tell you, Peter, if you don't get a front page story tomorrow, don't come to the office. Understand me? So because of that, you have to make all these people your friends, so that they will give you tough things
to betray them and get what you want
to the editor. How? So from day one, I know that Ralph Owazruke was not sincere.
You see?
How did Owazruke form Mossab? 1997-98, Owazruke.
He just went in to get stories from Owazruke. Get stories.
Yes, saying that from uncle that he knows that Owazruke.
They were using him.
Yeah. He said Owazruke was not sincere from his mouth.
From his mouth. Let him finish. Let him
founded the Igbo Casino Chiefs in Lagos State. Because Owazruke and Rochas Okori were Ojuku's food boys. When Ojuku was living in Ikoyi, Queen's Drive, Ikoyi. Understand me? So they were Ojuku's food boys. So when he formed the National Igbo Casino Chiefs, they were going everywhere, crowning Igbo, and making money. So 1998, Owazruke was sacked for embezzling 380,000 naira. Most people don't know this story.
Jesus Christ of
1998, Ralph Owazirike was sacked from Igbo National Chiefs for embezzling 380,000 naira. He's a lawyer. He read law in New Delhi University in India. So he has no job.
Ooh.
The next thing now is to form a muscle as a way of making money.
Oh my God.
That time, internet was not much. What he does is, if we write story for him, he will cut it, scan it, and send to Nigerians abroad. I'm telling you that Nigeria state is against us. This is evidence. He was cutting newspapers then, understand, and scanning and sending to Nigerians abroad. Understand? So from the beginning, I know what is going on.
That's why he
So are
fell.
you saying that there's a hijack of the struggle by these various bodies?
No, everybody is looking for ways of making money,
including Nnamdi Kanu.
Everybody is looking.
Did you hear it? I want you to pay attention to this place now.
Jesus Christ.
He said everybody's making what they ask him. Look at, remember initially he said his Mazen Nanagata is fighting for self-determination.
Yes, he said it.
He said, but now the journalist, that guy interviewing, ask him, so you mean everybody's making money, including
Nnamdi Kanu.
Look at his response. These people. I say when you see these people, run for them.
And send to Nigerians abroad. I'm telling you that Nigeria state is against us. This is evidence. He was cutting newspapers then, understand, and scanning and sending to Nigerians abroad. Understand? So from the beginning, I know what is going on.
Listen.
So are you saying that there's a hijack of the struggle by these various bodies?
No, everybody is looking for ways of making money,
including Nnamdi Kanu.
Everybody is looking for a way of making money.
And the detriment of the legitimacy of fighting for Biafra.
Do you know?
Should you hear him? You know, when he was talking initially, you think this man support Mazen Nanikan? You see where you see he has shown his colors.
Is this man an Igbo man or what?
You say his name Anosike. You say his name is Anosike.
Which Anosike from where? For crying out loud, or those that the Fulani is
from Abia State
during the war?
This idiot from Umahia.
Oh,
you can imagine. You can imagine what this man is vomiting. A saboteur. How you support that? Was it?
It's good that he's revealing the truth. It's good that
since Nnamdi Kanu started fighting for Biafra, he became poorer than what he had to be. The same thing to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Many of them lost what they have. Any freedom fighter he become poorer than what he used to be.
You see why Owazirike failed? Owazirike came in without no. So Owazirike is totally different from Njoku, Nnamdi Kanu, and the Simon Ekpa.
I told you when Owazirike came, Owazirike was real. Owazirike came out to real. He wanted to Biafra to come, but he was surrendered with evil people.
Yeah, no, but listen what he said. He said he's schooled, but he has no job. He was working as boys for Njoku.
Exactly.
So he took over so that he has no money at that point. Maybe he doesn't have a job at that point, even though he was red. And now he started Masap in order to make money. But he failed because he has no money.
That was not true. I don't believe this man. This man is a criminal. Don't believe any single word from this kind of person.
For me, I don't believe what he's saying. But the only thing I understand where my beloved sister is going. You see, when you talk about, just like when Master Simon used to say that anybody that is not financially okay to be a freedom fighter is difficult.
Yes.
Even if you are genuine, at a stage you will compromise.
Yes.
What you're saying is the truth. But the point there is
the problem that Owazirike had.
When Owazirike started, Owazirike was real. What happened with Owazirike was not just about money. What happened with Owazirike was little did he know that he was surrendered with wolves like this kind of people coming to him. So when you find that it's not everybody that have strong mind to stand on what he believes. And especially that earlier time when all this issue was going on. So he was surrendered with a lot of criminal agents from Nigeria until he succumbed. That is 100%. You see?
It is really disturbing. It's really disturbing. Let's hear this clown.
In 2006, Igbo women wrote to Queen Elizabeth, understand, about the harassment of Igbos. When it got to Buckingham Palace, the secretary of Buckingham Palace stamped and signed, acknowledged. Owazurike, that petition got back to Owazurike. Owazurike was showing people that Queen Elizabeth has accepted Biafra. See her stamp and signature. I know all these games.
So you're saying all of this struggle is all deceptive.
Understand?
So Nigerians, or Biafrans should not take them seriously.
If Nigeria, look, if a referendum is held today,
okay,
over 80% of Igbos will vote to stay in Nigeria.
Ha!
So what's all?
Then what's stopping? Let them declare the Biafra. Let them declare the referendum. What is stopping government from making that referendum? Then
my brother, this man is not well. Oh. Well, like this man is not mentally okay. This man is not mentally sound. That is the truth. Upon all the sabo way he do himself, upon all the sabo way he do as a journalist, still he couldn't be able to make good money for himself. Upon all the sabo way he do, they carry news, enter, they carry wrong information, they expose people. Still, he couldn't make money. That's how dumb he is. And now he's completely insane. Just imagine what is coming out from the mouth of somebody. So just imagine. Why don't you then? Mazin Nandekan have said it several times that once you make a referendum and Biafrans say they are not going to go out, they want to remain in Nigeria, you hands off. Someone else also say it. Conduct a referendum. Once Biafrans lose that referendum, we hands off. Why don't you start the campaign? Why don't you be in the front line? Since you are sure that about 80%, he mentioned 80% too. Hey, Chineke.
The man is talking to know he's lying. The man knows he's a liar.
This man is tired for him.
The man knows he's a pure liar.
Come up, set up a group.
There's
A lot of people are following them.
There's no two individuals.
Okay.
There's no two individuals. Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Simon Ekpa is a scammer.
So what's the job of the Easterners from identifying him as a scammer and maybe exposing him as a scammer?
it is gullible people that are. Many of them don't have the information that I have.
The information.
Many of them don't have the information that. A lot of the time, if Owazuruke's wife name is Ngozi, anytime Owazuruke is arrested, I'm the first person she calls. But they don't have all this information. Understand?
I thank God that Mazin Nanikano left that Mossad. I thank God. Because with a bunch of clowns like this God forbid.
This is what we do.
Huh?
This is the kind of the same thing with Ifeanyi Ejiofor.
Exactly.
This is pure Ifeanyi Ejiofor to Simon Nnamdi Kanu.
Exactly. What Ejiofor was doing with Mazin.
You see the reference we get by anytime that the race of Wazirike, the wife of Wazirike will always first call him, thinking that he has a friend. The same thing is happening to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu with the wife and Ifeanyi Ejiofor today.
Exactly the same thing. You got it. You got it right. There's nothing different. There is nothing different.
Fond of using people's problems to make money. That's how Asari Dokubo becomes rich.
You see, he keep on comparing Asare Dokubo, Atekubo, and Tompolo with Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Ekpa, and anybody that fights for Biafra. Just imagine this man. Hey, Chineke Meregi.
2002, 3, 4, 5. Anytime Asari Dokubo comes to Lagos, he calls me.
Oh.
Understand? Because all of us know that we are fighting for better Nigeria. But I don't know that some people are using it as an opportunity of becoming rich. Understand? So many Bible said people suffer for lack of knowledge. So there's no way with what I know that Simon Ekpa will say Biafra. I told Owazurike I did not pay to become a Nigerian. Why must I pay to become a Biafran?
Very interesting. All right, let me now go to Dr.
This idiot, this guy ain't no sense at all. For you to get Nigerian passport today, do you know how much you have to spend to get Nigerian passport? Even in Nigeria. The I9 or whatever they gave them, did they give them free? The
ID card of any country. This place, my ID card, even as rich as they are, I pay if I really anytime I want to renew my passport.
This guy is a non-entity.
Your ID card, if I lost my ID card, I pay. If I lost my driving license, I pay.
What's the truth?
Who is that?
Massachusetts. My network, my device is. I'm just trying to use a different device. Can you hear me?
Okay, is that Chris?
Yeah, Christian.
Okay, bro, Christian. Yeah, go on.
Hey, I've been listening, and my brother, this is incredible. This is, this Anosike guy.
Nobody the guy where he said don't repent. Nobody the guy where I tell you say never get salary.
No. I don't say he repent. I say he talk. Look, he speaks from both sides of his mouth. Even right here, he has been that like on one same mouth. He's sick. He's not. Mentally he's sick. Physically, he has a speech impediment, or they fake him. Maybe they fake the speech impediment.
He's just sick. He's sick.
Listen. When that guy asked him, say, when he said that they are in need for money, that they are doing it for money. So the guy asked him 2 times. He said, including Nandekano. Then the second time, when he want to talk, when he want to say everybody, he begin to stammer. Yeah, he began to stammer. Is a stammer. So you can see now
complete criminal.
But you know what? The zoo, they have their man in him. Because they like, this is the type of people they like, okay? But for him, you can call him everything. You can call him the good, the bad, and the ugly. This man is sick. But the good thing too, though, the good thing is that these things, internet doesn't lie. Whatever you put your mouth and say will be documented. Because a day of reckoning will come. At some point, a day of reckoning will come. He castigated Wazurike. He castigated Nnamdi Kanu. He said Nnamdi Kanu, everybody, because he did not exclude anybody. And at the same time,
of course, he said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the only one fighting for.
At the same time, he said that Nnamdi Kanu is the one who is fighting for Biafra. That Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Then he turned around again. He said everybody. The man said, including Nnamdi Kanu. He said everybody. Jesus Christ. You know well. But like I said, it's good. It's good. Let them continue to talk, because everything you said will be recorded for you. So a time will come, you have to explain yourself, because this is. But not be today. This guy begin to fuck up. He has been so. But he probably this VOP they pay him, as an analyst or whatever.
No, the point there, choose use good patience so much. Anytime I go to this, if I just see this man, I will off that. I will not continue.
No, it's good, Brachus. It's good that you do these things because we have to be putting them in their place. He's a discredited guy.
You can't imagine people that listen to him, they will take it as argument, or they begin to use it. Even Finland, that he said, they can go and take this kind of video. Finland can go and use this kind of video.
And let me tell you that because of this, all these things where they vomit, Wazirike, at some point we get to hear a man he took as his right-hand man coming to say that Wazirike was in need for the money. And you see this thing, a lot is being revealed. It's like a revelation time. He said that he's a journalist, but he came in to seek information, working for the enemy. Exactly. That is what he's saying invariably. Just like the one they call Dr. Damages or Damage, whatever.
Exactly. Again. A very good example again, my brother Christian.
You remember when he wanted to come and interview the PM, and we shun it, we completely. So because this is what they do. If I do not count on Biafra, how can till this day as we speak? Jesus Christ! I'm not surprised, but it's good. It's good. Make them expose themselves. Damages, they are all the same. There's no difference. I'm telling you. Like I said, since this year, I've not seen anything or heard anything from him because he has a big platform, and all these one Nigerianists. That's why they gather. They form lies. They create narrative to suit their own agenda. So, but it's good that they continue to expose themselves because nothing ever remains the same. A time will come when I don't know, but a time will come when this Biafra will be achieved, and all of them, as they make themselves instrument of obstacle, they will. It's just as simple as that. Now, I just, maybe this aside, let me just say that for the PM, I'm just seeing it now as a matter of fact, that video you play in the courtroom. So I'm just wondering, because Finland, because the thing is that it's funny how Finland can accuse Simon Ekpa of terrorism when in actuality, there is no country outside of Nigeria that has stamped IPOB as a terrorist group. No, not even up to today, no country has stamped.
That was exactly what the defense counsel asked him.
Yeah, so bro, my point is this. I don't know.
Not even Cotonou.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I'm just like trying to know if there is any effort towards having a representative that are like well informed, about what goes on in Nigeria, like video evidence, like Sister Egoji was saying something about Ojugo was saying something about that military random shooting in a village where they were shooting randomly with arms, and that is machine gun barrel. They were just shooting randomly. Then there are other ones where they shoot and throw Biafrans into the mud and dump. So these things, at least. So I don't know if his own lawyers, his own solicitors, if they are well equipped or informed about what Nigeria does with their military, how they massacre Biafrans. So these things we hear. Because why do I say that? Is that you cannot accuse Simon Ekpa of engaging in terrorism, because we know what terrorism is all about. We know to be a terrorist, you have to fulfill certain criteria. If like we go to Abuja and begin to bombard Abuja or begin to throw bombs, we've never, not in Lagos, nowhere. What happened is we're on our soil and they are coming to massacre us. This is how a solicitor will be presenting it. We're on our soil and they are coming to massacre us. What choice you left us with? We have to defend it. We have to fight that. That is done everywhere in the world. And that is exactly what Simon Ekpa did. That is what Mazinan Kano did. That is what that's what every normal human being will do. So Finland on their own part, they know what it feels, how it feels when they were fighting to get their independence from Russia. Okay? So that means they are terrorists too. That is what it simply means. So we are fighting to protect our women, children, and our lives, our land. So I just, like I said, I don't know. I hope there will be representatives of PM who knows these things and have this information and the video evidence. With that, there's no case to answer. He will knock it down, except, well, I suspect that Finland has chosen to become enemy of humanity. That is what it seems to me. Except they have decided that they join the evil ones to become enemy of humanity. And if they do, woe unto them. You know, woe unto those who see good, call it bad, and see bad, call it good. That is what it's all about. Because everybody knows. Hello?
You know one thing about my brother Christ. Simon Ekpa was the first thing.
Before you bought in, based on what my brother Christian was saying, the defense team of Master Simon Ekpa took this line of argument, exactly what he just said now. That was the line of argument they took. And
yeah. And everybody should know that the case just started. The case just started. So they have all those evidences.
They have all those information.
Yes.
And because of this, including the videos, Master Simon Ekpa have already submitted it to the government even beforehand. So it's a question of referring them back to those files.
Exactly. Okay.
All those informations are intact. They are there. Because the case is dead on arrival.
Exactly. Because why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is beating the zoo hands down now is because there's a living evidence, that is concrete evidence to counter the prosecution. So that's why he's not holding any water, and they are losing every day. Like I said, if they don't let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go, they've exposed themselves and they've declared war against Biafra. It's a war between Biafra and Nigeria because the man is an innocent man, absolutely nothing guilty to be found on him. So that is the situation, my brother.
So my distance, just to remind you, my brother Christ, you know, when Simon Ekpa came into this picture of the whole thing, Simon Ekpa was the first person that said, if you want to fight for freedom, you must show yourself that we are not going to go under hiding anymore. Simon Ekpa was the first person that brought in his ID card with his full name and show it to the public, all his complete names. So, which terrorist will do that?
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that there's no doubt that he came prepared.
Finland know what they are doing. There is no other reason that made Finland to do what they did except that business interest. No other thing.
Mazi, Greg, listen. I think when I look at his face, what I saw is disappointment. He's disappointed in Finland. That's what I see. As for, preparedness, as for whatever happens, he knew very well that in fact he needed these measures because he was waiting for like this work tribunal, whatever they call it, United Nations, ICC, whatever. He was well prepared, you know.
Because Nigeria was clever. Nigeria didn't want to go into that ICC.
We will get
so that's why they give business to the Finland so that everything will end up in Finland.
Exactly. So yeah. So well, that is, like you just said, is they're just starting. It's just beginning. So at the end, everything will be ironed out because it's madness. You can't call it now. You expect Hamas to be traveling. They don't travel apart from Nigeria. It's only Nigeria that Hamas leaders went in freely and they were hosted because Nigeria is a terrorist country. Outside Nigeria, there's no any civilized nation in the world that Hamas will go to. Leaders of Hamas. That is a fact, you know. But sometimes when I look at these things, I begin to wonder the level of similarities. I begin to look very keenly about situations, things that happens among like in Israel, and the things that happens in Biafra land, and Alibo in particular. So much similarities. I begin to wonder, there has to be something. Apart from the skin color, there's something I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Do you know that as we speak now, the people who are dragging Israel in the ICC and the rest of it, all the world bodies, the two past prime minister of Israel. One is Ehud Barak, and another one, I just forgot his name. I think he's one of the last prime ministers before this current one. Yeah. Yeah, Netanyahu is one of the last before him. Do you know that he's on air everywhere, on every platform, a major platform? Saying that that Israel is apartheid state, that they are committing genocide. His country, his own country. Now, listen to this. In that was it October last year when Hamas they came in there, they find their way into the country and massacre more than 1,000 innocent people. Okay, government could be doing, but they massacre more than 1,000 innocent people. Now, what do you do as a government? Regardless, what do you do? Do you fold your hands? And I mean, I'm trying to figure these things out. Now, you who was a prime minister, two, not one, two, are now going about on CNN, on BBC, saying that they are committing genocide in Gaza. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I'm just wondering, how can people destroy themselves? How do people sabotage themselves? A country you benefited from, a country that you call your own country, so you want them to be left vulnerable, to be wiped out by those who have sworn. They have it in their charter that they will wipe it. Hey, no, they go. Because in Biafra, when you look at from the beginning to this day, this is similar to the Ojukwu suffered. Betrayers upon betrayers. Till this day, it's happening. This mad woman, Nona France, Onyara Anoa, and Ojugo, Sister Ojugo was, he referenced it, and I thought about it. I said, this is truly, because how can you, okay, Nnamdi Kanu was accused by the zoo. They accused him of terrorism. Finland is now accusing Simon Ekpa of terrorism. And you are there, and you say you truly believe in Biafra, you're a Biafran, and you want Biafran, and you're now calling Orabu Fulani leader of terrorists. So you ask yourself, what does that mean? And you know it's not true. So why are you doing this? Because you are giving ammunition to prosecutors, isn't it?
Yes.
So this sister raised that issue. And but again, we're talking about a woman who can't comprehend anything. You just believe that she knows everything. But it is sad. It is sad, my brother. Sad.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Coach Chooks, let's hear from you, Coach Chooks. You've been here all this while. Coach Chooks, after Coach Chooks, we'll go to Nanyaluko. Coach Chooks, are you there? Unmute yourself, Coach Chooks. Unmute yourself, Coach Chooks. If you can't unmute yourself, okay, Nanyalugo. Nanyalugo, unmute yourself. Let's hear from you. Unmute yourself, Nanyalugo. Okay, go ahead.
Am I coming out?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, bro. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yeah. I thank God in a special way. This very opportunity. You know, there is a song we used to sing. I say, Omekwala yozo, Okwumi heku, Yehove mewokwa yozo, Owomi heku. A na-ekwu nke o mere ya na-emekwa aka ọdọ n'elu nke o mere eme. Awụ ihe ọṅụ ma wurukwa ihe mwute by the other side, mana ọṅụ ga-akazi by ihe mere yesterday. A nọ na-ekwu nke mere na na-emekwa aka ọdọ. Ama m na Chineke ewurego ọnọdụ n'isi nwere onwe a na-asọ na ala Biafra. Ma ndị niile egwuregwu, ma ndị dị ndụ, ma tupu okike abịa ma nke dị n'eluigwe, onye ọbụla nọ n'ọrụ maka nwere onwe ihe agwụla ụwa ihe gbasara Biafra. Ihe ga anyị ezi ha n'ogbe a ka a ga-asị ngwa lawanị ikpe amaghị onye agaghị eme one day. video we play here now. Brought you that is very sad. I watched this video, this program on yesterday night. This man and I got somebody new not going on. Yeah, we have a confession. Without knowing, no confession of women.
Exactly.
Still only have to Okamo celebrate Biafra Oshinawa. Kind of Matande will then he so ready to our struggle beyond all days. And I have to one by one. Everything also who there were journalists that and a friend who was I comment the man this time on Evan the Martin Kano. They are not too sincerely. While I know the way you could know that you believe you have 1 million. The top of the dark work. They promote you in high rank. In office on one, I was on about Sabo.
No.
Only in the honor carry on in government of Nigeria for a massive land the Kano. Go me or half of Biafra, Kahani. The man was sure was without Biafra. If it also without Biafra that he was not living. Only thing he gave me is that women are left of Biafra. Let me get Biafra over again. You feel as a human being living here on earth. He has already a dead man. A woman is a time on Eba. Finland in the West that no withdraw from their politics to face Biafra. How we have Biafra Botua and Wesley and Yoko can have compare here with the can have Koludo with Nigeria. Again, Hona, Emechoniano. The don't find the way is that in Egypt, Mazenland, the Kanogra, Egypt, Mazen Simon Magra, including our deputy, Dr. Almost 80 million Biafra vote only for freedom, liberation of Biafra. Again, he makes it going on. This is the deputy, our COS, another person after one. Where we mission, and don't be the one now will be the most to come to the end. Our woman, one out of woman here on earth that stop would be after to come. So, we will make a London in a bamboo. Now, Mandeni in a studio. All the whole platform, Biafra platform, they make a Mbani and Lulu, even in Biafra, more especially in Ali Guy. You
see?
Yeah, he secret. Kaga heji ure buzuro. Stand there gitu gwang. When you cook the whole Biafra Biafra,
see?
And I go to go now, go here, Lord, Jamma. It's a
You see?
That's my.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Coach Hooks, are you there? Unmute yourself, Coach.
Good afternoon, Mazi Choose.
Good afternoon. No.
Good afternoon. Am I coming out?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go
Am
ahead.
I coming out?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mazi Chus, and good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. First of all, this man, this what is it in name? This VOP news. That man is even speaking myself. That is what even annoyed me to even come into the platform. Because first of all, this man is just speaking in both two sides of the mouth. This man in question, what he's trying to tell us now, that he worked with Wazurike, and the same time, what he's trying to say again now is that anybody that is talking about Biafra today, that all those people, they are not genuine. What is he trying to tell us? Like Mazin Namdekan, he's trying to tell us that Mazin Namdekan is not genuine. Mazin Simon Ekpa is not genuine. He's not genuine. Because for that of Mazin Simon Ekpa, he said that Mazin Simon Ekpa denied of being Prime Minister of United States of Biafra. Who tell him that? That is what I'm even saying before. That anybody that focus in any Nigerian news, that Nigerian news can never give you what you are looking for. Because all the news in Nigeria here, even the thing that is even happening in their own country, this Nigeria, they are not even saying it. Anything that is not favoring them, they're not going to say it out. If it's not like all these bloggers, they are the one that's even bringing some of those things out. That is the reason why all these senators in Nigeria here, they are trying how they're going to shut the social media down. All the people that are saying something that is destroying this Nigeria itself, they are planning how they're going to destroy the social media. But what I'm trying to tell this man today, all the things that is I've said today, and all the things that I have said before, make you just be aware that all those things, they're going to use it to judge him. Because Wazirike that is alive today, God knows the reason why that he keep him alive. It's because of all those foolish men. So that him himself is even going to know the people that sabotaged him. Because Wazirike himself, him coming out before, he may even come out with clear mind. But because of the evil that gang up against him, that's the reason why he turned overnight. Likewise, Mazin Namdekan, like all these DOS that gang up against Mazin Namdekan before. If it's not because of Mazin Namdekan, God sent him for this journey. He craft back down. The same thing with Mazin Simon Ekpa. Because all these individuals that call themselves this fallback group, fallback limited, all those people themselves, anybody that told me that Mazin Simon Ekpa did not know that something like this is going on, the person is lying. Because all of them from A to Z, they are aware when before the power went to go to Mazin Simon Ekpa, Mazin Namdekan said it openly that you should go and listen to Mazin Simon Ekpa, that is bringing another dimension this struggle. And the genuine ones go to him. Likewise, exactly thing that happened to our DPM presently today. Our DPM, Mazi Simon Ekpa, said that the DPM going to be in surrogate. You should represent him until he come out for the question that Finland called him. And the same genuine ones, the same genuine Biafrans followed our DPM. Igbos, are they trying to tell us that history wanted to repeat itself, or what are they trying to tell us today? Everybody that is still listening to all these people, they are still focused in Nigeria news. They should be aware that nothing good can come out of Nigeria at a time like this. Thank God that God bring you people out, most especially Mazi Choose and Mazugo 247, and the genuine ones that are still saying something about Biafra in sincerity. Thank God that God bring them in a time like this. If it's not so, it's only God know where we want to be in the time like this. Because when, what is this name? When Sonny Akparawa come to openly said that media is power, he thought it's only you and Mazugo 247 that remain. But little did he know, there is so many people that God is preparing for a time like this. We thank God for everything, and for the what is this name? The embassy that our DPM opened yesterday. That's our embassy that our DPM opened yesterday. That is to tell you that the Almighty God is with our DPM and all the genuine Biafrans. I pray that God will continue to strengthen all of you and everyone that is speaking the truth in a time like this. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution that you just made. That man video is still there, but I can't continue with that nonsense. Biafrans must know how they listen, and you must listen good. This kind of people will only get to you when you don't know why you are doing what you are doing. If you are OES member, you don't know why you are fighting for Biafra. You don't know why you are just talking about Biafra because others are talking, or because your friend is talking about Biafra, because you are very close to one of the Biafra agitators, and for that you begin to behave as if you know what you are doing. If you're on that line, you will always get it wrong. You will always get it wrong. But if you know why you are fighting for Biafra, nobody will deceive you. Nobody will distract you. You will continue to be focused until you get to your destination. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Musa Rabweze. Everything you are seeing will end in praise. It will end in praise. They have just opened the case, mentioned it, and the defense have also put their mention also. And I bet you, just like you saw victory smiling on the side of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to see the same thing. We know we are dealing with pharaohs, stubborn pharaohs that will never give up. They will always try to cage us in one word, but by the special grace of God, we shall overcome. So we are going to be rounding up on the program. We have taken it about more than 3 hours now, so I'm going to be rounding up with the program. So we'll go for closing remark. My brother Christian, are you there?
Mazi Juice.
take your closing remark so that we can round it up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just going to say that this Anosike guy, yeah, well, it's not bad when we deal with treat situations like this. It's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is that people like that, the zoo, they like to bring him so that he can, come and speak from both sides. He said the other time that he has said the similar thing some time ago when another journalist asked him, if they conduct referendum, how do you think it will go? So he said it that then, and he now confirmed it again. But it's also lie, of course, because everybody knows. Then why do they give it then? If you think that no will win the day, then give it. But they know they won't. They know that if they give referendum, it's all over. They know that. But he is coming to lie about it because he's working for the zoo. He's paid to come there and talk rubbish all the time. But it's okay. It's all right. Or Wazirike, we one way or the other, we get to see this, and Wazirike know him, so that I get Jaka, I get go. So I will, by the grace of God, I got next week, Monday, hopefully we can get you. Then yeah, so that we can, because the program of yesterday in Washington, I tried everything. There was no volume. The volume wasn't coming out. I don't know, but anyway, maybe we'll talk about it some other time. About at least the how do you assess it? The how well did he go? But yeah, so that's but for now, thank you so much, and for every Biafran in the panel, have a nice weekend, and yeah.
Thank you so much. Our program. The program of yesterday, we're going to deal with it on Monday, as you said, because today
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about Mazi Simon Ekpa issue. So by that Monday, hopefully by that Monday, because we had a problem actually on the streaming yesterday. We had so many problems on the streaming and that voice and all that. So, but hopefully we are going to restream it. We're going to restream the original video by God's grace. Once the original video is out, we'll stream the one that will be very, very clear.
Because I was hoping that a dignitary, outside dignitary, but I saw Dr. Ngozi Arabeze did. It was so blaring the video. I didn't see, but I think she did the cutting of how is it called? But like you said, okay, thank you. We talk more about it on Monday.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it, my brother. Let's get closing remark from Coach Hooks. Your closing remark. Coach Hooks, are you there? Your closing remark. I think.
I'm here. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, once again. And my advice goes to every genuine Biafrans that are still waiting for Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out before they will come and kill in. They should be aware that United States of Biafra has been declared. And the first embassy has been opened yesterday on 30th of May 2025. They should remember all our heroes, both those that have died in this movement, in this struggle of Biafra. They should remember there is so many of them, even on the bed that they're even lying down. Before they even die completely, so many of them tell us that we should try as much as possible to make sure that this Biafra that they have died for, that he have come out in conclusion. And everybody that is still waiting behind, this is the time, that time that those our heroes talk about, that Biafra they are talking about, have been declared. And the embassy has been opened in United States of America, in heart of America, not at the back door, in heart of America. They should know that United States of America, United States of Biafra has been declared. They should come out and support USB, which is United States of Biafra. They should come out. They should not wait until our land is taken away from us, from the invaders, because that time is now. They should come out. I thank everybody once again, and thank you, Mazi Choose, for the good work that you people are doing for the cabinet and all the cabinet members and our DPM. That the good Lord will continue to protect you people and guide you people by special grace of Chukwu Kabiama. You see?
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Let's hear from our brother Greg. Well, Greg, your closing remark.
Yeah, Mazi. Thank you one more time, Mr. Chus, and all the brothers and sisters in the house. As we thank God for our new embassy in Washington, thanking God as well for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who in the forefront fighting, and their brother PM on the forefront fighting. We pray that all the effort can never be in vain. And because they come with all their mind, because they come with sincerity to fight for the freedom of their brothers and sisters and their land, victory is assured. 100%. It's just to encourage every person, just like one of our brothers said now. If you are waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa come out before you rise again to join, then you are not a freedom fighter. A freedom fighter is like a person who is carrying his bullet and gun. You cannot tell me if you are a soldier and you are in a battlefield and they shot one of your colleague in his leg, and you carry him, you say, I will not go to the war front again until he is healed. He is the commander. If he is not healed, I will not go to war front. That means you don't even know what you are fighting for. That means we are not prepared. In every freedom and when you are in the war field, anything you must expect anything to happen. As long as you are still alive and you are carrying all your arms, you move on and continue fighting, thanking God for your life every day, that you are still alive and God will still use you to cover those areas that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa was supposed to be doing when they were not here, when they are here. So since they are not here now, you make sure that no side is leaking. That is why you are a freedom fighter. You're not a freedom fighter. I don't need to do anything again until I have to wait until Mazi Ekpa come out. I don't trust that. I don't trust this one. You, who is trusting you? So you cannot count yourself as a freedom fighter. A freedom fighter will not look back. If every day when you wake up, you find out that you are still alive, you carry your arm and you move on to the battlefield and you continue fighting until you have complete totally victory. If you are waiting for your co-fighter to wake up to tell you, okay, come and fight again before you, then you know you don't know what you are fighting for. That is the fact. So we encourage everybody to carry on his army. Carry your arm. Wear your uniform and carry your arms and come out and fight. If you are fighting with finance, do it. If you are fighting with your mouth in the media, do it. If you are fighting by preaching it every street, everywhere you see Biafrans, do it. If you are fighting spiritually, you do it. If you're fighting with advice, do it. All these things are the gift that everybody have. There must be somewhere you are good of. Do not hide your master's money until you wait for him to come back before you can go and make money or look for profit. No. Simon Ekpa is fighting. That court he's going is another battle. If God give him the grace, he won the Nigerian government in Finland. The victory is for Biafra, not for Simon Ekpa. Then the Finland government will officially convinced that what is happening in Nigeria is not what Nigerians are presenting. That is what Simon Ekpa is there to fight. And that is what he's fighting in the court. So it's not just the case of Simon Ekpa. No, it's our case. It's our problem. So don't not go and sit back. If you are sitting back, he will not contribute again. Simon Ekpa, his lawyer, he's kind of lawyer and not a lawyer that is cheap. His lawyer is expensive. So even that court is coming today, if they tell you how many thousands they have to pay, you will be surprised. So it's not a cheap lawyer that will come and do this kind of thing. That you have to go home and sit back and say, okay, since Simon Ekpa is not there, I will no more contribute to anything. Then who will contribute to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free? Who will contribute to set Simon Ekpa free? It's me and you that are here that have to be putting something there so that there will be some resources to pay off those lawyers. They are not cheap. They are not doing it free. It is not their problem. It's our Biafra problem. We go and rent them and hire them to come and help us to fight this, and they must be paid, and other things must be taken care of. So we're supposed to be reasoning every time we are doing something. Then you know who is telling you the truth. Follow the pure truth. Don't follow propaganda. That is my message to you. Thank you, Mazi Chooks. And may God bless you and strengthen you as well, and all the media that are doing the needful. God is our strength. Thank you, and see you again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And that brings us to our beloved sister Ojugo to give us the final touch. My sister Ojugo, meet yourself. Take stage. We cannot hear you. We can hear you. My sister, we can't hear you. Your voice is not coming out. What's going on? We can't hear you. Check your... Okay. Okay, she's on backstage. I thought that she's not ready. I was looking at you on backstage. I don't know. I didn't bring you up, and I was calling.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sister, so sorry, Jared.
My dear, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Since yesterday, since yesterday, because I was in the Zoom yesterday, I saw you there with the connection issues and other stuff. So, and here we are again this morning. So, I don't blame you. It's not easy. And you're really trying. And I will stand on the ground of our last speaker closing point. If you're still standing on the fence, these are leaders that we love so much cannot defend themselves at this point, and they are standing for us. So whatever we can do to free them, we have to do it. It's our job. The lawyers they're not doing whatever they're doing for free. We have to pay them.
Yes.
And he also gave a very big scenario. If you are in a military and something happened to one person, all we need is carry the person, put the person somewhere, and continue. Because if you are looking back, then the enemy will get hold of you. We have to move forward. We saw what happened during the war. People were running for their dear life. I saw a woman with 2 little girls and one at the back. The little girls were running, pam, 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 and she was carrying something on her head with a baby at the back. Nobody was looking back. So running forward. Forward. When I was on that day,
At all.
you don't. We all read the Bible. If you're not reading the Bible now, you read it before. In one way or the other. Lot did it. The wife looked back and turned to salt. Please, you don't wait. We move forward. The family is not going to die with Biafra. There's so many able men. Ojukwu died. Ojukwu didn't die with Biafra. There's so many men that are dead. One of our gallant men left his good life overseas, wherever he was using, came back, and for Biafra, he couldn't stop. So many people have lost their life. So many people, order was given. If anyone believes in Simon, take the person out, bury alive. And they stick to their God and they died for Biafra. So please, we cannot wait. We are all fighting the same cause. The same cause. Reflect. Yesterday is a day of reflection. Stay in your house, stay down. If you want to take a glass of drink, reflect on what you're fighting for. Pray that the spirit of the ones who fought for Biafra and they died genuine, pray that their spirit possess you. If it possess you, you will act differently. Please, let's think different. Social media is not a place where you do jamboree. It's not. You're making a video. You're making a video that will be there. Anytime that video is pulled up, it comes up. Social media is not a playground. Please. You're making a history, either good or bad. Please, for God's sake, do not call us terrorists. I beg God, beg you. Don't call him Biafra. I am a Biafra. But if you chose to, that's okay. That's okay. It's very common language that they call people who are fighting for their life. They name them. So please, my dear people, watch what you do on social media. Please, my dear people, do not crucify Nnamdi Kanu second time. Do not crucify Mazi Simon Ekpa second time. Do not throw stone on them, directly or indirectly. Like I said, I'm happy that Owazirike is alive today to listen to those who ever work with him. For the jamboree man that is caught talking, goofy human being that is talking. If your money is genuine, you would have used it in a genuine way to treat yourself. You will have even find a way to see that you have a problem. Because money make in a wrong way can never be useful to you. You will not use it to do anything meaningful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu condemn Nigerian media, the newspapers. And we all can witness it this morning. Why they are a bunch of idiots that don't know their right and their left. So please, wake up. It's not too late. Wake up. What are you fighting for? If you open your mouth to say Biafra, that's what all of us are fighting for. Let's come together. Do this once and for all. Let's not leave this to our children. Rather, to take our children back home. Thank you so much, Rochux, for your time. Because I'm sure today we're continuing from where we stopped, Washington, D.C., right?
No fundraising today.
No, not fundraising. Is the Washington, D.C. over?
Yeah, it's over. So some other ceremony will still be going on, but I don't think it will be shown. It will not be live. And some
okay.
other activities are still ongoing, but I'm not sure it's going to be live. But even if it is live, I will bring the update. You will see.
Okay, because I was like 3 things were mentioned that will be done there. So that's why I'm thinking that it's still going on. The solidarity and the remembrance, and then the unity coming together. So, and then our veterans, I didn't see those things. I don't know if I was missing something because I thought maybe they would show us like these are the veterans both abroad and home, maybe I was missing something, So I don't know. That's why I thought maybe things are still gonna go on. But
yeah, many programs were omitted, even though it started very late and all that. So, but if there is any change of schedule, I will send the message on the group and the link so that people can be able to key in.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, my sister. Happy weekend. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been with us from the beginning of this program up to this minute. I thank you so much. This weekend, we are not having our fundraising. You can take your rest and continue on the mood of remembrance of our heroes. It continues today, and tomorrow is a Thanksgiving. We'll go to Thanksgiving tomorrow on behalf of our heroes, and thank Chukwu Kabiama, who has kept us alive and made us to be around up to this minute. So go with a very tangible Thanksgiving tomorrow. Wherever you are worshiping, you thank God, and make sure your offering goes to United States of Biafra. Don't forget, your offering to United States of Biafra at any time. The link is there, 247. You just go there and make your donation to support the United States of Biafra. May Chukwu guide and protect every single one of us that is in this platform today that have been here from the beginning to the end. I thank you so much. Without you, I can't be here. I wish you all a very, very wonderful weekend. May Chukwu guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. May Chukwu guide her, protect her, secure her, give her more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and continue to keep her safe for us. No evil shall befall her, no evil shall befall her, no evil shall befall her. So, may Chukwu guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. We commit him into the hand of Chukwu for divine strength, for divine healing, for divine revelation, for divine protection. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Every plans of the enemies against him should come to nothing. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanekwa, will emerge victorious, and we are going to celebrate. May the spirit of our heroes fight for him. May the spirit of our heroes stand for him. May the spirit of our heroes speak for him. The same with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and grant him victory. May the spirit of our heroes fight for him. May the spirit of our heroes fight for him. May the spirit of our heroes speak for him, and may the spirit of our heroes grant him victory. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you again next time. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Oh, Mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go they strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we they fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise.